A Voice from the East, or The Poetry of Iqbal by ZULFIQAR Ali Khan. This book was written in 1922. My chief object in writing this brief review of some poems written by Muhammad Iqbal of Lahore is to unveil his charming personality to the gaze of Europe and America. Iqbal lays the foundation of the renewed greatness of demoralized people. The human soul, being an atom of energy, is, according to his philosophy, capable of widest expansion, provided its loyalty submits to a moral discipline which he expounds in his Persian poems. His poems have profoundly stirred the soul of the people in India. The entire nation had lapsed into deep slumber, and there seemed little left to labor on behalf of moral progress. Nations, like individuals, have to endure periods of sterility during which everything goes wrong. After the death of Aurangzeb, it became hardly possible to recognize this country, which had formerly abounded in men of first-class talent. Sir Syed Ahmed Khan was one of those geniuses who are capable of awakening and elevating their nation by means of creative ideas. Nobody else could get a hearing while Iqbal sang. Iqbal influence chiefly initiated the romantic movement in India. Men lost sight of the higher aims of life and wallowed among its sordid interest. To a keen student of history like him, it was quite clear that materialized society constituted a danger to moral and spiritual life. Dr. Nicholson translated Asrar-e-Khudi into English. In those days, Indians were generally looked down upon by Europeans as cringing, weak-willed fools. While studying law, Iqbal was awarded the diploma of Doctor of Philosophy by the University of Munich in recognition of his original thesis on Persian philosophy. And in due course, after having been called to the bar, he returned to India, where his countrymen gave him enthusiastic reception. The historical law teaches us that the discipline of suffering, indeed of great suffering, has produced all the elevation of humanity. The secret of all human motive for action is desire. It serves in human body the same purpose which steam does in an engine. It is only the keen struggle for life which will keep him alive. Individuals and nations animated by vigorous desires must take part in this struggle or perish. Iqbal poetry teaches you that you must constantly advance and feel sure that you are really alive. Negation of desire is death to the living. The pitch of life is contained in action. To delight in creation is the law of life. Arise and create a new world. The supreme object of Iqbal's philosophy is the production of the typical or ideal man by rigorous training of the human faculties. This system seeks to work from within. It aims at transforming character and thus transforming the world. In contradiction to Nietzsche's Superman, who mocks at religion, Iqbal, perfect man, is adorned with the attributes even of God. Iqbal mobilizes the talent forces of human nature and press them in the service of mankind. This ideal man of the poet represents the individual whose divine essence has reached the highest development, and only some of the greater prophets have reached this stage.